Gaza's young evacuees deeply scarred by war and desperate for care.
The bone have been smashed, not only broken.
In Egypt, a Canadian group helps fight for their future.
Ideal case scenario for us would be to build out a mobile clinic.
How 3D printing is giving them hope. We went to Cairo to meet some of these patients and show you what they're up against. A warning, you will see some graphic images.
We need to rotate the hand to be like this. Yes,
the desire to help Gaza's war wounded is strong. The reality is rough.
There's silicone, need the scissors, screws, Allen keys.
A Canadian nonprofit called Universal Limbs working this one-off pop-up clinic in Cairo, Egypt, using all they have to help.
I think there's another model of this.
And far from sure they will really be able to. You have big ambitions here.
Well, yes. I mean, we're a bunch of crazy, crazy people from all different fields and all across geographic locations that are trying to fill in a gap.
Lina Zadrouli is the head of logistics, and they are all in a hurry because waiting doesn't seem an option. Not when the likes of 8-year-old Imad need them. Imad, his mom and siblings, made it out of Gaza 7 months ago, an urgent medical evacuation, in part because of Imad's hand. Mutilated in a blast as he was standing in a doorway in Gaza City. So stunned, he couldn't even cry.
I was shocked. A little kid injured this way and didn't react.
Self-conscious and this day really nervous. Saja Amro, the prosthetist, has a way with Imad. She fits him with the silicone glove. Still, he is not thrilled.
The color has to be lighter, the fingers have to be shorter. So in 6 months, we'll adjust.
But he warms up, tentatively asks to put the glove on again. His mother knows Imad will eventually need a prosthetic that can move. That could be many months away. They hope this, a cosmetic prosthetic, might help him gain some independence and calm some trauma. And think about that trauma. After 2 years of war, Gaza is now home to thousands of child amputees, more per capita than anywhere else in the world. And roughly 100,000 Gazans managed to get out to Egypt. Some paid brokers, others were medically evacuated. Only once here, a hard reality, that life isn't easy and medical help is complicated. The thing about Egypt, this massive country, is that it is already host to nearly 1 million refugees from conflicts around the world. But when it comes to people fleeing the war in Gaza, the Palestinians who've managed to get here are not considered refugees. They're referred to as evacuees. And that's a difference that matters because it means that as evacuees, they're not entitled to any of the help that international agencies normally give to refugees. Which can mean some families have no residency permits, no work permits, and precarious housing. So you've met a lot of kids from Gaza.
Yes.
They can't get health care, they can't get education.
Especially for amputated patients, is that they are not really well connected. Lack of resources, living difficulties make the process itself so difficult.
So groups like Universal Limbs keep wondering what the best way to help really is.
So this is the articulated hand.
Their ultimate goal, find a way to make prosthetics accessible in conflict zones. Rasna Mantha is the lead engineer of the group.
I think the most complex part about this is making it move, not using any electronics.
What they really want to end up with next year is a body-powered 3D printed prosthetic made to fit patients individually.
Now this area here will mimic the skin part. Now the tricky part about this is that all of the materials here are different. So that's going to be very difficult to build in Egypt.
We are going to go pick up patient number 18's socket right now from a 3D printing store. Every minute that gets delayed affects the patients in the end.
She's trying to find a place that can print prosthetics that are durable enough.
Although we like Egypt, it's hard to find material Here, you cannot ship anything in. So what I did was, instead of packing my clothes, I packed in about 10 to 12 filaments of ABS.
Salam.
She's meeting with Waleed at this 3D print store for the first time.
This way.
Oh my God, is that the socket?
Yes, that is your socket. Take it.
Yes.
This shoulder socket was printed in under 24 hours.
Now flex it.
Imagine if that could happen in a conflict zone.
And here's your part.
Especially for kids who grow so fast, they will need multiple prosthetics.
Thank you.
One snag, 3D printing is strictly regulated in Egypt, in part because of the fear of 3D printed weapons.
It's a double-edged knife. You can make something good with it, you can make something bad with it. But I think the good really outweighs the bad.
On the other side of Cairo, orthopedic surgeon Dr. Hazam Haddad is clear-eyed about what it takes to help.
So we have to correct this angle.
He's worked in the worst of war zones and yet says he's never seen injuries like those of Gaza's war wounded.
This is a deformity.
Horrific burns and utterly crushed bones.
The bone have been smashed, not only broken. Children have bone loss, 5 centimeter up to 12
Just
centimeter. Gone. There is no bone.
He's with INARA, International Network for Relief, Aid and Assistance, and his specialty is complicated injuries.
And look at her ankle, it's fixed in this position.
Because treatment was delayed,
Yes.
it grew in a deformed fashion.
Yes. These traumas for the Palestinian are totally different. It's very complicated injury. So this deformed bone...
He's finding that children from Gaza sometimes go so long in the strip without proper treatment that by the time they get to Egypt, the splintered and unset bones have grown wild, deformed protrusions.
This is the extra bone. And when he put his leg down, he can't touch the ground because these are very prominent.
To rebuild their limbs now is incredibly complex, but not the end of it. INARA now finds itself providing just about everything for its young patients and their families.
There is a huge gap between what is needed and what's available, because the people coming from Gaza to Egypt, so they thought that international NGOs supporting them, but none of these things have been worked. Assalamu alaikum.
These are the two young brothers he wants us to meet, Omar and Mohammed, both severely wounded in blasts in Han Yunis in June of 2024. Like so many Gazans, their worst days are all on camera.
Do you remember what happened to you?
I was watching a movie or series and suddenly I was hit and lost consciousness. Next thing I know, I'm in the hospital.
You're safe now, and you're getting better. What is your dream? What is your ambition now?
I want to become a doctor.
Like Dr. Hazam?
Yes.
Okay.
The boys lost both their parents and younger brothers in the explosion, and only now are getting the first of many surgeries. Walking could be a year away. They are all reliant on INARA now, including their grandmother. And she's torn between watching them and keeping an eye on her phone, not for images of Gaza, but the daily lists of the dead. That's how she first learned her daughter had been killed.
I lost a son and one daughter. It's hard. I lost grandkids too.
And your family who are still there, how are they?
They lack water and food, basic necessities. To live in tents made from cloth after living in a villa, it's very difficult.
Between surgeries for Dr. Hazam, a visitor.
Lena, hi. How are you?
So
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Lena from Universal Limbs had reached out for advice. Is there a way to collaborate, a way to navigate the rules, to offer the sort of care they want to? Given the volume and severity of amputations, all good ideas here are welcome.
Ideal case scenario for us would be to build out a mobile clinic. So we don't have to have patients come super far, but we could go to them all across Egypt. Of course, to do that, you need very specific. It's not actually the technology, it's not the workers, it's the permissions.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so first of all, you need to have a licensed place to work in. Yeah. What I can support you with, Lina, that I can find you a hospital to host your project.
Okay.
Okay, so you are under umbrella, so you don't.
His parting advice, offer what you have and don't make promises you can't keep. And there's the challenge facing Lina and her team at Universal Limbs. The needs are surging. Consider their patient, Wael. Brace yourself now. This was Wael in Gaza before the Israeli airstrike that changed everything. And these are the seconds after it happened.
That's your friend. And that's you.
Wounded beyond the capabilities of the Gaza hospitals, the World Health Organization helped him get out. But now that he's in Egypt, he says he feels lost. His parents back in Gaza send him money to survive, but he still needs help. Heard about Universal Limbs and is trying whatever he can.
I thought I would continue my treatment here, but when I arrived, they said they didn't have the proper treatment. They told me I'd need treatment abroad. But since then, we've been stuck here in Egypt. No one has told us anything or arranged anything new.
He needs more surgeries, possibly prosthetics, but nothing will happen quickly. For Wael and the big hearts at Universal Limbs, this all hurts.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's so difficult. Sometimes I am in a position where I let patient down. And we are in a restricted situation where there is thousands of amputees. I would love to meet everyone's expectation, but I would love more to make this project accessible to everyone.
Egypt means safety. It means a chance at healing, but it's not easy, it's not quick, and it's not yet the answer Gaza's war-wounded so desperately need. And we have a few updates on some of those young patients we introduced you to. Imad and his family have moved into an apartment in Cairo. He's attending a Palestinian school. Omar's bone is corrected, and he's walking right now. And as for Mohammed, he is still on track to walk within a year.